Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and we have now gotten another PvP specific tuning pass. This is specifically for PvP, so we're just going to go over the changes. So looks like first up is we're increasing the damage of Unholy through a few surfaces this week and adding some power back into their healing reduction palette. So they're buffing Unholy DKs, which I think Unholy DK kind of needed. I didn't think Unholy DK was doing that spectacular at the moment. I'm kind of surprised they didn't nerf Frost. I was expecting them to nerf Frost, but they didn't. So Unholy is has gotten some buffs. I rarely see Unholy DKs at the moment, so Unholies I think did deserve a little bit of a buff, so that's not really too surprising. Heart of the Wild cast time reduced to 15% in PvP was 30%. So Heart of the Wild nerf. Looks like Feral finally got another nerf. I knew this was going to happen eventually, and they nerfed Rip by 15%. I'm hoping they won't go overboard on the Bleeds nerf because it's my favorite playstyle, and I really don't want to go back to the Blight playstyle. So 15% does seem a little bit big, so we'll see how it turns out. I think Feral will still be pretty fine though, but we'll see. But I'm hoping they don't kill the Bleed playstyle like they did in Dragonflight. It happened then, and I'm hoping it won't happen again. So. Feral Druid, speaking of somebody that's been maining Druid, it was 100% going to be nerfed at some point. So, Restoration, mana reduced by 70% in PvP was 65%, and I don't really know much about healers, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Although I do think Resto Druid is not really that great at the moment. Looks like Marksman Hunter's getting some changes. We're adjusting Marksman with the goal of reducing their maximum burst damage potential, increasing their consistent damage. So Trick Shots is gotten nerfed from 40% to 75%. Aspect of the Hydra now fills at 30% additional value with 60%. Spotter's Mark damage increases aim shot damage by 10% was 20%. Improves Spotter's Mark now increases damage by 10% instead of 20%. Okay, so basically, I get what they're trying to do. They're nerfing the aim shot talents and they're buffing aim shot in PvP and arcane shot. So they're trying to, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to nerf their burst, although I'm not sure if it's really going to be that much of a difference, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, marksmans have been kind of nutty at the moment, so. Some Marksman Hunter, I'm not sure whether they're to call it nerfs or buffs, so I guess we'll have to see as time goes on for that. Fire Mage, Fireball damage increased by 25%, and Sun Fury damage increased by 30%. I'm surprised Fire Mage got a buff. I actually didn't think they were bad at the moment, but okay. I thought they were actually pretty strong, but at least coming to the Fire Mages I've seen. Frost Mage, Icy Veins has been threatening than we would like, so removing Frost Mage's damage baseline and making a few adjustments to PvP talents with high and low representation. Interesting. Icy Veins increases 15% haste in PvP instead of 20, so Frost Mage nerf. Fringent Empowerment now increases spell damage by 1% per stack of PvP was 2%. Death Shield stacks to 10 times was 15. Slick Eyes increases the damage of Frostbolt by 2% and decreases attack time by 2%. Frostbomb damage increased. I thought people use Frostbomb. I guess I'm wrong. At least I use it. All damage increased by 4% in PvP combats. Ice Wall got nerfed to 30% of the mage health. Interesting. Overpowered Barrier is now 80% instead of 100. Honestly, I never really liked Overpowered Barrier anyways. So, but that was just me. So, Frost Mage got some buffs and some nerfs. We'll see how that play out. Discipline Priest. We're increasing the effectiveness of Void Reaver specific damage this week to continue improving its viability. Oh, great. More discipline buffs. Just what the world needs. We're reducing the strength of Oracle Holy Priest this week through nerfs to its damage and prayer output. Well, at least they're nerfing Holy Priest. Outlaw is getting some nerfs and buffs, it looks like. I still don't think it'll probably be better than Sub or Assassin, but we'll see. Enhancements is actually getting some buffs, so maybe we might see some more enhancement shamans. And the rest of shaman looks like are getting some buffs from what I'm seeing. I don't know much about healers, and I'm not even going to pretend I know anything about healers, but yeah. So, my thoughts on the changes. I think these are pretty good changes to be expected. I was not expecting unholy DK buffs, but I don't see too many of them, so I think these are pretty good changes. As much as I hate it, let's be honest, Feral Druid was really strong at the moment. So all I ask is I hope they don't kill the bleed playstyle. That's all I hope they don't do, but we'll see. Hunter changes, we'll have to see how this plays out. But hopefully these will be good changes. I'm still surprised about the Fire Mage buffs. Frost Mage, I'm not really too surprised about these changes. And yeah, everything else I'm not really too sure on because I did not expect some of these changes. So let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys later.